There we go. I got it. I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Yeah, I figured it out. So, I know I'm ready to finish this off. Is everybody else ready to put this build to an end? At least I hope that's where I'm going to get to today. Hey, DJ Natty. Better than yours. Bert. Welcome, everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this today. And by finish, I mean print. Do I mean print? I think I mean print. I think I'm gonna get to the point where I print today. So we got panels to put on. We've got Klipper to put on. Well, yeah, I guess we've got Klipper to put on. And I've got to get everything else ready. I've got to get Klicky. Klicky's got to get going. What else? Actually, there's no other mods on this thing that require any software changes. So that's going to be the plan for today, tonight, this evening. Yeah, sorry it's so late for most people. How did it go? How did the build go on the Tronxy? It went south. Yeah, that did. Everything's fine. We got some weird things going on. So when the build was done, I checked certain things. I checked to make sure that 100 millimeters of filament was 100 millimeters of filament. Checked all that. So we did all the common checks. We cleaned up all the wiring. And the problem we were having, the reason we didn't, call it done the weekend before, was that the exact problem was that the part fan wouldn't stop completely. It would turn slowly when you turn it down to 0. And I'm like, I don't remember if it did that. And then he's like, okay, well, or actually I said, oh, I'll hook up the old fan, see what happens. What board did we use? It's that, let me see, I think I know. It's the board that comes in the Tronxy. It is, that's not it. The She2 3D V6. So yeah, it was a She2 3D V6 board, and it was fine. The printer that I gave him had Marlin on it. I had updated it to Marlin 2.09, so pretty recent. And it worked. It was Marlin. Well, what can I say? It did what Marlin does. Makes you bring SD cards to feed the SD cards to the printer. That's what Marlin makes you do. And so that was fine. But again, we had this fan issue. I could turn the fan up to 100%, it would go all the way up, but if I turned it down to 0, nothing would happen. It would just spin slowly. Well, enough so that, it could be a problem with putting down a couple first layers with PLA. So I thought, well, you know, I have this other board. I have the exact same board ready to go. We can just swap out one board for the other. The other board, though, has the original operating system from, or the original OS or software from the Tronxy. So, you know, a motherboard swap or MCU swap is what, 10-15 minutes. So you swapped it out, fired it up, fan didn't run anymore, everything was fine. You know, heated up the hot end, extruded some plastic. The other problem I was having was it seemed that the piece of PTFE that I chose, because I've got like, oh, I must have 100 feet of PTFE there. But the piece that I chose had a wider diameter than standard. Because I've been messing around with the, hey, Squirrel Brain. Welcome. Because I've been messing around with the carrot feeder. So one of those pieces with the larger thing got mixed in with the regular stuff. So that's what ended up in there. So the filament kept on hitting the edge of the Dragonfly on the way in. Well, unless you turned it, and then it didn't. So I sort of knew it was a width thing. So we got all that fixed. We got everything else fixed. So you could just drop filament in. It would load it up. And then, and what was it? Oh yeah, and then he started playing with the new software, or the old software. And he found the leveling thing, and he's like, I really like this leveling thing. And I'm like, oh no. Uh-oh. So he like, oh yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna leave this, I'm gonna use this for a while and see if the leveling thing, because I don't know. It's a Tronxy, what am I gonna say? So he ended up leaving with it like that. We didn't get a test print, we didn't get anything like that. So when he got home, or well, the next day, he fired it up and went through the same stuff. You know, everything seems to work when you use the panel. So he went to print a benchy, and it goes through the motions, but it doesn't extrude any filament at all. And we're really kind of confused about it because, you know, you can see the gears on the side of a afterburner. This is a bad noob afterburner, by the way, 3.0. So you can see that. Oh, by the way, I just plugged in the printer. It's plugged in. I'm debating on whether or not I should turn it on. This is the scary part, everyone. Oh, I've looked at it. Yeah, see, I've got another X5 SA, because the X5 SA was like $299 Canadian at one point. And I'm like, well, I've got one. It's not fabulous, but I can't buy the extrusions for that much. So I ended up buying a basic one. So I have all the extrusions over there. I also have all the linear rails that I was going to use to make it into a real printer over there. But I'm not going to do that. I've got enough to do. So I guess my only thing left to do is to turn this on. That's all that's left, is to turn it on. Yeah, it's a perfectly good frame. I built my okay, I'm afraid to do this. Okay. So, so, okay, so I went through everything, and I'm not delaying here. I went through everything, and I found one mistake, and that was that I had mixed up the live and the neutrals on the actual power supply ends. So I got all that sorted out. So I've gone through it like 3 or 4 times. I'm terrified something's gonna go wrong. It's just gonna go poof as soon as I turn it on. It's on, it's on. Lights came on. Lights came on. Things are flashing. Oh, oh. Stuff is loading. I believe it's unpacking the files for the operating system. Or crashing out completely. Okay, this is good. This means 2 things. I don't know what that flashing light is for. Our 24-volt power supply is powering our board. Our 5-volt is powering our Pi. It is alive. It is. So the back to the whoops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, I do. No, it's showing the picture from last time. Okay. Laptop screen isn't updating. I have an idea. I'll just close OBS and reopen it. So yeah, so basically he got home, he's got a benchy into it and tried to print, and no filament. No filament. So we don't know what's going on. So yeah, that's basically the end of the Tronxy thing for now. He said he's going to bring it in. See, I would just keep it here. But truthfully, I don't even have room for the printers I have. So okay, there we go. That's actually what I'm trying to get. Let's see, what do we got here? There's the 2.4 running mainsail. Now I just put mainsail and on it. I was thinking I would try. Why is this thing loading so slow? This laptop is in need of a retirement. Okay, so now let's try, what do I got here? Voron, switch wire, eBay or CNN. What is this thing called? Trident YB dot local. Come on, Trident YB dot local. It's like, no. Ah, mainsail. Look at that. After 5 minutes, this laptop will render the image, and we will all be able to see it. It's coming, I tell you, it's coming. I am not going to be able to use that to do this. Strangely enough, it's unable to find a printer config, and there is no MCU. Oh yeah, yeah. I just my Tronxy. I haven't decided. I've got too many projects already. But some of its parts, though, after buying this, I doubt it. I was going to say some of its parts might become the legacy, but I have a whole 350 by 350 Trident, black Trident frame in that box because I didn't want to use the one that came with this. I wanted the space gray, and that's what I got. I'm really happy with it. It's just that difference between the black frame and the gray frame with the blue and the yellow is, I don't know. Though I have to admit, it does look like a toy sometimes. It looks kind of like a toy. It reminds me of that thing. I don't know if anybody remembers. There was a toy when I was little. It was like a globe, and it had two handles on it, and you pulled it, and the shapes fell out. And around the globe, there was different holes for different shapes, and you'd stick in the square shape, the circular shape, the triangle shape, the you know. I don't know. Oh well, enough babbling. I think we need a printer config. Ooh. Before we do anything, update all. So yeah, I fired up another printer here, done a print at the same time. But yeah, here we go. I guess maybe panels. Yeah. Well, that's happening. So the panel thing, we're gonna put panels on this, and I have all the things printed. I've got all these printed. There's 36 of them, so it's kind of a lot. So that's 9 per side. 9 per side. Why is there 9? No, that's 12 per side. The back ones, I'm not making the back removable. So that it's not a side, it's a back. So I'm figuring I'll put this one in the middle. And I don't know if you see this. Not really, but oh well. One in the middle and one near the corners. It can't interfere with these. So, you know, maybe next to them. And we'll align everything else the same. That's another thing. There are a whole bunch of hammer nuts. Yeah, so that's what the colors remind me of. I want to add green, and I don't know what the other color in that toy was. But every time I look at the front panel, it's like, wow, it looks like a toy. Well, you guys, some of you saw what I posted to the Discord group. So, yeah, I'll get these on here. Now, at the same time, I have to take into account that these are going on here as well. Oh my, so much going on. That update's going to take a while, it looks like. So, I have a... Yeah, I think it's the bright yellow. Which, you know, I like it. I like it. I think the other thing that might have made it look different is a lighter blue. Truthfully, I think a lighter blue would have been nice. Slightly lighter. But I used what I had. So these are weird. They don't want to fit into the they don't want to fit. But it's because of the way they were printed. They're fat at the bottom because they were printed like balanced and I don't know. So those are the hinge mounts. So maybe I will start with the brackets. With M38 screws and hammer nuts, which are gonna suck because I hate hammer nuts. I'm sure everybody's with me on that. I'd take a Rollin' T-nut any day over a hammer nut. And I know I could. But I just don't want to take 36 of them and dump them into this when I got a whole bag of T-nuts. Of hammer nuts. Okay, so 8s don't work on this. I must need 12s. I'm guessing 8s work on the... 8s work on the regular. Do I have enough 12s? I think I might have enough 12s. So yeah, I would use 8s on the back. Oh well. Install 89%. It's working hard. Yeah, yeah, there's other things I need to do that I haven't yet. I have a reprint of this corner here. The front idler. And I need to swap that out. But as most people here may know, swapping out a front idler is a very experience. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But now that we've fired it up, there's power and that this is going to be running soon, maybe printing today. I'm going to have to definitely put that on my need to do soon list. So what have I done since last stream? So there has been a few changes. I did a little bit of a rework on the wiring here. Oh, come on. So you'll notice that the mains are much less noticeable here. They're much better fitted. They basically go where they need to go, and there's no extra stuff. The ground line is the right length, so I didn't have to drag the thing across the top. There's some definite changes I made there. What else is different? I ran the power to the Pi. I don't think we had that last time. And of course, you can see the button connections. Here, 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 and here on the back. So it's going to be interesting. I have never configured buttons for Klipper. As far as I know, I can just call a macro. So I'll set up my my filament load, my filament unload macros, and we'll see if that can take care of all that. Because like really, the bottom line is, why have a bunch of buttons on here except for what you're going to do when you're at the printer? And I thought, okay, so what do I do when I'm at the printer? Or what would I be better off having at the printer rather than what makes me walk back and forth? There we go. What makes me get exercise that I don't want to get exercise doing? So what I came up with there was filament load and filament unload, and raising and lowering. And again, I don't know about lowering. I kept on thinking about that. How many times do I lower the Z? I don't. But I raise it. Definitely when I load filament and I start to, when I do right before I do a load. I don't know. So these buttons and their functionality may change over time. It's an experiment. I can't believe I have 36 of these to do. Anybody want to help? Looking for volunteers to... Yeah, I could definitely... change one of the buttons. Yeah, see, my brain always thinks raising the gantry. At this point, I'm gonna have to change my thought process. Because it's weird, like if you had these same buttons on a 2.4, they would do exactly the opposite thing. In this one, you press the down button and the bed goes down. If that one, you press the down button and the print head smashes itself into the bed. So I don't think I'm going to put buttons on the 2.4 because I'm easily confused. And that's the last thing we need. So I had something go wrong with I don't know, I don't understand what happened, but the 2.4, it like suddenly went over like somewhere over here on the bed, and it just like jammed itself into the bed and went and I don't know why. Klicky was on it and everything, so it was very, very jarring, and I did not expect it to do anything like that. Is this right? Yeah, that's right. So we just, I guess it doesn't matter. These could go in the same place, but I'm just gonna put it here. And of course, oh my God. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have chosen hammer nuts. I should have chosen I don't know, to be eaten alive by ants instead. Let's see, hammer nuts or eaten alive by ants? there was an easy way to show this. There's not. My table's not too big enough for another camera, and that would be the easy way to show it. Okay. Well, those are going in easier than I thought. Well, that one and the other one not so much, but eventually. Wow. It's going to be very, like on my 2.4, I only have 2 of these on each side. I'm almost done. Yeah. Transaction, refresh, cache, exit, success, runtime, update, done. Close. Main sale rebooting. Yes, we're getting very close. I'm also getting ready to order the bolts and the what else is there? There's the bolts. Got it. That doesn't seem right. That seems like you just didn't do it. The bolts and the bearings. The bolts and the bearings for the ender switch wire. So that's going to be in July. In the meantime, I'm going to get that carrot feeders, both those carrot feeders going. Nice. Maybe I can just screw right into it. So there's a bunch of stuff on my to-do list. Okay, so we have everything. Everything is had. Let me see here. I need Trident. So I'm gonna have to shift some stuff around. I did print out the actual wiring diagram because I know oh yeah, I'm never building another upside down electronics printer again. No, it's never going to be a thing. You're absolutely right. There's no sense in it. It makes everything difficult. Every update, everything you need to do is difficult. I really want to redo the stuff in the 2.4. But of course, in the 2.4, there's other issues when it comes to trying to do this. Maybe what I need is a slide out on the 2.4. Get some rails for some industrial drawers, and then mount it all on an aluminum plate with the DIN rails actually screwed down on some spacers, and then you can like pull it out, and the whole front display, everything slides out. But you'd need some type of like a thing to deal with the wiring in the back, like a Y or some type of wiring thing to stop the wires from getting all. Yeah, I don't know. Just thinking. So. Can't use it with the stock MK3S tool head. For me, it's both. Thing's too damn heavy. And, okay, so what am I looking for here? Voron Trident. Config. Not the configurator, no. Build configuration. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Oops. It took so long to come up that I think I might have clicked something else. I did. Yay. Okay, so what we're looking for is the the V2 octopus? What? No, we're looking for the V1. What? Oh, what are we looking for here? Trident octopus, right down at the bottom. Don't look at the bottom. You'll never see it. It's right at the bottom. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Squirrel Brain. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. A Doom Cube. That doesn't sound like fun. Okay, so is this gonna be my guy? Is this our stuff? This is a real pain in the butt. Just gonna throw it out there. Is it easier to save the 3 possibilities of files, or to have a whole bunch of sections written into each file going, if you got a 350, do this. If you got a 300, do this. If you got, what's easier here? Save 3 files that have the right settings in each, or write a whole bunch of instructions throughout the entire file so that thousands of people have to go and edit that one file. I'm just throwing that out there. Sorry, just a developer's perspective here. Yeah, I've heard of the Doom Cube. I've never really, I don't know what to think. I might have seen it on a YouTube video or something like that. I don't know what I'm gonna build next though. I think I just want to get everything I have working right now. No, I haven't flashed the controller yet. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, yes, I have seen it. I have. That's where they take the, it looks like they've taken the top of, the bottom of a, where's my brain? The bottom of a 2.4 and stuck it on the top of a Trident. I've seen it on the build things on Discord. Okay, I'm just gonna call this X printer config, and because I don't want this to be a printer config until it's a printer config. You know what I mean? It's a developer. Okay, so we want it to know it's a config file, so we'll save it and close it, and then we'll reopen it, and it'll know it's a config file. But it doesn't. Okay, just wait for my laptop to finish. There we go. Okay, so sorry. If I can get this thing to way down there, once again, back to the top of the file, I can start uncommenting things. So the first thing we want to do is get the size and everything like that right. I can actually turn around. This is actually a good thing. This. I'm not going to change any of the B stepper or any of that stuff, but I am going to change the sizing. It will be an absolute nightmare on this laptop, bear with me. So we got a 350 and a 350. So that's good for X and Y. Nailed it. I don't have to change anything on our Z. Yeah, I'm actually like, why? I don't know. I'm guessing the community has done it. It's just not like right there when you search for it, you don't find it. It's not something that's like easily accessible. Sorry, needed coffee. I have a problem. I'll admit it. I'll admit that I'm somewhat proud of it. No, just kidding. Okay, what do we got here? Z steppers. Extruder. Yeah, I guess that's the problem. Yeah, you know, it's just not multiplying by 3. It's multiplying by 3 by every board. But if there's only the octopus that they're providing in there, it would have been easy to provide 3 rather than having everybody parse through this manually. Though you do have to parse through it manually. I don't know. It's just me, lazy developer. Search and replace. I do notice, well, maybe it's a software thing. I might have there's no lighting on the display, but again, it could be software. Okay, print cooling fan, fan 0, hot end fan, fan 1. Did I do it right? I think I did it right. We'll test that anyway. I'm not going to turn on the heater until I know the cooling, the thing, and I'll just turn it up to 70. Safe home. These are our points for our Z-tilt. Well, yeah, Klipper screen though is a Raspberry Pi screen. So yeah, this is my Klipper screens down here that I used on my Ender 5. What I want to do is I do want to put a little screen on my 0.1. I don't know why, but I find that the little screen, I don't know, it's an aesthetic thing. It does make the printer look better. I might be crazy, but I think the screen, it gives it a focal point. Yeah, I don't know. It makes it look better. Oh, whoa, it's moving. Where's it going? Why is there a bunch of macros? So I'm not seeing... So we have a mini 12864 here. It would just be a screen, I think. Well, no, you'd need a control knob. You'd need a control knob because you need to be able to navigate the screen. Okay, so my guess is that I've got to do this. And if I want the light on, is that right? I think this is right. There we go. I wish there was just a save. Maybe there is. Okay. Oh. So I'm gonna go there. Oh, come on, what are you doing? are you doing? Talking to myself and it. Okay, it just didn't do what it was supposed to do, and now I have to do it again. Let's try it one more time. I'm just trying to select the macros, eh? I don't like having the macros in the same file. There we go. Save and close. And it might sound stupid to put a Z in front of it. But again, that's me thinking like a programmer and thinking I want I need some sense to this file structure. So I'm gonna make sure that I name anything that I make up with a Z underscore in front of it. Okay, so now what I need is to include the macros file, save and close. Come on. PowerShell. So we're going to go into PowerShell and we'll be able to I'm caught on my chair. Oh yeah. The other thing is if they better not have improved. No, it has to be a big tree tech display. It has to be. Yeah, it's a big tree tech Mini 12, 128/64. So we're good. But yeah, if you mix, one of them you gotta either pull the I don't know. There's something you gotta do on one of them to get in there properly. Has everything stopped? Really? What's going on? Well, that's kind of weird because as soon as I started PowerShell, there we go. I was gonna say it stopped sending. Okay. PowerShell? Okay, good. SSH pi at Trident blue yellow blue. I didn't know what to call it, so I called it Trident YB. Trident yellow blue. You know, my switch wire is called switchwire red, so it makes sense, right? Dot local. Yes, I accept. You didn't see that, did you? Well, if you did, I screwed up. I punched the wrong password. Yay! CD Klipper. Menu. No, not menu. Make clean. Make menu, config. What? 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 Do you actually know these things? No, you don't know these things. You're just making this up. Really, you are just making that up. I know. I know you don't know these things. Because I'm in your head all the time. I still have to edit the connections, so we're not that close, but we're not that far. On my V2 shouldn't be V2. My V2 is called Voron 24MS, Voron 2.4 mainsail. Because you know, it was the first one. I didn't realize that I should have called it Voron no, 2.4 BG. Is that right? It's blue and gray. I don't know what the rules are. Mainsail, octopus, Klipper installed on the right by. Okay, here we go. I got it. I have all the answers. Well, no. Far from it. STM32. I don't know if that F. Is that right? Is that right? I don't know if that's right. There's nothing more that I hate more than smart-ass phones that think that when I turn the thing that way that I want a picture that's full screen to be dropped into a size that big. So it's an SMT32 F446. $32 kilobyte, is that right? I think so, 8 megahertz crystal. $12 megahertz crystal. F446, 12 megahertz crystal. USB on PA12, PA11 and 12. Yes, we did it. Make me some Klippy. making some Klippy. Or Klipper. We could call it Klipper, but you know. I guess we shouldn't call it Klippy because that could bring back nightmares of Klippy, the paper clip. What was that? I somehow right-clicked? What are you doing, you dumb thing? Somehow, from me moving the screen up and down with my finger, it's stuck in all the thing. Okay. It's how do you clear this thing? Nope. Whatever. I'm gonna make that again because I don't know what the result was. Now I'm not gonna touch anything. Screwed up. Yeah, I was thinking Klippy though, like the you know, the paperclip, little paperclip helper from Microsoft Office back when I was, I don't know. Yay! Okay, so now how can I copy this? I want to copy this. Okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna pull it down off with WinSCP and do it that way. So, Trident yellow-blue.local. Please, things that I type come out on screen. Thank you. Try that again. Hi. Save as Trident. There we go. An unknown server. Yeah, I know. Hopefully that everybody sees that and they just run away right away. Oh my god, an unknown server. We can't break into this server. Klipper out. Klipper.bin. I'm gonna just like copy that. And I think somewhere here I have 1 million SD cards. But specifically, very specifically, I have a 128 megabyte SD card. And that's what I use. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, something's going on. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so we got to rename Klipper.bin to, oh, come on. I'm not clicking it like that. Click, click. Click, click. F2. I don't know why it wouldn't let me rename it with a double click. I very rarely have to use F2 or right click and rename. Okay. This is always the most stressful part for me. Getting the software going and all that. Okay. So right underneath there, you can plug in the firmware and just reset it. Oh. Oh. Dev serial / by ID, by dash ID, not by underscore ID. That's not it. It did not load it. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Or shut it off. And it's powered down. And here we go again. Let's see if this loads up with Klipper. I'm hoping so. Yeah. What? There we go. No, it's not telling me about it. I mean, it's not loading the firmware. Do I have to put this thing in like a boot mode? Is there like a jumper somewhere that I've got to put on? I don't remember that being a thing. Well, I guess that's not right. What? Okay, so disk has been damaged. You broke it. Yes, format it. All 119 bytes, yes please. Okay, if I recall correctly, I need to change folders on this. What? What? Oh no, that's right, that's fine. It's all good, don't worry. So yeah, it seems that I wrecked the SD card somehow. You know, me. It is hard to get in there. I don't know what that means. It means absolutely nothing happened. It went flashy, 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 like something was going to happen, and then nothing happened. As is my life. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? Have you destroyed the drive? What's going on? Okay, we're having a lot of fun here. Rename. This is my fault. I forgot to rename it to firmware.bin. Oh man. I have not had that happen to me yet. But I keep on thinking about it and thinking, you know, I should probably back up all my config files. Especially for like the 2.4 and the switch wire. I should back up all my config files, period. Okay, so now we should have a firmware bin file on here. Its reaction is slightly different. The light stayed on. It just went ding, like a light bulb went on in its head. I was like, oh, yeah, I understand now. We've brainwashed it. We've basically brainwashed it. See? Brainwashed. So we're going to go into Xprinter config. Save and close, because we're not done yet. We are not done. We gotta go get the Klicky Probe stuff. Oh. I think it may be easier for me to do that right here, because I have the files on this machine. It's not on that drive. Projects. Mods. Klicky? Klicky. 0 Voron. Klicky Probe main. Klipper macros. Okay, so where are the Klipper files? I need to know where the files Klipper are stored so I can copy those in there manually without having to upload them all. G-code files. Where are they? Access denied. Why do I not know this? It's in a config path. Oh, there it is. I got it. I got it. Okay, good. So that saved like uploading everything manually. So now now we go to that page, all the Klicky Probe stuff is already there. So we need to go into Klicky variables. And I need to go back to the Klicky Probe page, and I need to go to the README. Oh, here's the README. New installation. Trident. Probe, variables, bed mesh calibrate, tilt screw, calculate. Oh, that's why it was so easy before. I just did the zip thing. Okay, so down printer.cfg configuration. So we want to include klickyprobe.config. Oops. So we got that. Servo Klicky. That might be good on a switch wire. And that way you don't lose any bed space for Klicky. I don't get it. Okay, well, you know what? Doesn't matter if I don't get it. What I need to do right now is I need to check to make sure that everything is set up properly. Yeah, I watched that. It was like, that's not quite ready for prime time, was sort of my thoughts on it. Okay, clicky variables.big is what I should be looking at. Can we like open that, please? It's like, nope, not opening anything for you. I don't know why it did that. I didn't restart it. Or did I? Looks like I must have. Okay. Variable safe Z 25. Okay, I'm okay with that. Euclid probe. Yeah. You know, I've just had, it's just basically been an unbelievably good experience using Klicky on the 2.4. And that's the only reason I jumped straight to it on this and skipped the whole induction probe and all that stuff. You know, yeah, sure, that would be just easy to put in there and plug in and it would just work. This is more work, but I find it just seems so much more accurate. I think the induction probes, like there's a magnet underneath here, and for some reason I think there's variations in the magnetism in the magnet, and I think that messes with the induction probes. I don't know for sure. I'm not a scientist. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff I need to do here. But my brain is like going, wait a minute, you can't do this. This isn't going to work. Because you can't get a Z. How are you supposed to get a Z? Totally messes with it. Yeah, that's what I sort of figured. And that, you know, that's why I sort of want to move away from that on my Trident too. Okay, I'm gonna just, you know, open up a fully working version of the Klicky variables and see what I changed. These are not the same. Okay, they are. So, true, 350, 350. I'm just going to say the same thing. That's not where I'm supposed to say it, though. What was that? Variable Z end stop. 230 and 350. Let's go with that. Like, how different could it be, really? Variable dock station X. 53, 350. This is going to be different. Variable dock move X. Okay, yeah. This is basically how far in front of the dock it moves. 40. And then the attach move. I'm gonna go zero, 35, 20. Why am I doing that? 20, 35. No. 20, 35. 30. 0, 30, 25. I hope this works. It all comes crashing down. So, park location. $175, $350. And 30 should be good, right? Okay, save that. I think we got it. Are we ready for this? No, I should probably get the actual big tree tech octopus pin out. Okay. So PF13, PF12, and PF14. PG0, PG1, and PG15. They're all UART 11. Yeah. Z. $11, $3, and $5. $4, $1, and $0. $9, $10, and $2. So, this is where we need to check here. The last one is the front left. Front right. Center rear. Front left. So front left is first. So do I change the wires around? Or do I change the pins around? I think I changed the wires around. No, no. What's the point of Klipper if I change the wires around? Okay, I'm gonna just do that. From here. It's so much easier to copy and paste with a mouse. Trident. Printer, so I'm gonna swap. So it's plugged into J7 or J5, which is motor 1, motor 2, or driver 2. Front left is plugged into this one. And front right is plugged into this one. No, no. Back is plugged into that one. Oh well, we're just gonna have to move the motors and see what's right and what's wrong. Rear center. Is driver 3. Okay, the extruder is on Driver 5. But this says PE2, PE3. That would be driver 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's on 6. Okay, save and close. Rename. Printer.config. Changes to Update Manager. I recently pushed some changes to the Update Manager and really, we have alerts now. Firmware restart. Sensor type and heated bed must be specified. Okay. Okay, here we go. Cancel object. Cancel object. I don't use that. I haven't used that. Come on. It's gone. It can't find the server anymore. Nice. I have no idea. I have no bloody idea. Okay, so what do I need here? Klipper. Bed sensor types. Nice. That's really nice. I'm so glad that you said that there's an actual element in a heater bed called sensor type, and decided that there's no need to tell anybody what the possible values are. Why do that? Why do that at all? Okay, so what am I going for here? Look in the temperature sensor section. Yeah, I don't know about the generic though. I don't know what to use for the bed I have. It's not like I put a sensor in there. And of course, you know, it doesn't tell you. They're so good at this. Oh well. Yeah. Now it's just going to complain that this has been deprecated, not to use it. But I also need a sensor type. For this. None of the stuff in my V2 were from whatever. They were all different brands. Everything in this one is branded with Vivedino. So it's the kits have changed that much. I think it's NTC 100K beta 3950. Oh, that's inaccurate. Don't use that. Okay, don't use that. So what I need to know now is Revo Voron sensor type. I know. Yeah, I know. But when I bought my form bot, none of the stuff was branded Vivedino. It was all different brands than this one. Which was only only 5 months ago. So, yeah, even the rails were different rails. They weren't the same. Now, by the time I bought the 0.1, yeah, everything was branded Vivedino. So the bed on here is actually different than the bed I have on my 2.0. Yeah, you can change it to 60 Hertz light cycle. I haven't had any problems with light flicker. I'm just trying to figure out what type of sensor type there is on the Revo. ATC, Simtech, 104 NT, or the 104 GT2. This going to save out of that, and I'm just going to copy and paste from here, because that makes more sense to me. Okay, the 104 GT2. Sensor, extruder, bed heater, ATC sim. Okay, there we go. I did not put the probe. I don't have a probe in. Okay, probe pin. Now, probe is not the probe that they think is the probe. The probe is hooked up to PG11. Now, I had some weird, it took me a while to get this probe going, so this just should be a lot easier. I have to take the things off at PB7. Did I say PB7? PG11. Yeah, I moved it on this one. So let's see what happens this time. Homing override and Z-safe homing cannot be used simultaneously. I think we got to get, we're using homing override, aren't we? Okay. I'm going to comment the safe home out. I think I'm going to do that. Safe Z home is commented out. What's your next problem? Rotation distance must be specified. What? No, we don't need a rotation distance. Why? Is this really this old? If this is this old, why is that even, why is this, why? Seriously, why is this still on that site? Why is this even available for download? Period. Okay. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, so this is a whole nother set of options. So I thought this was like the same thing with my old file, where I had to figure out rotation distances for everything because the file was so old. Okay, so that might be all I need, but still. LCD type is not valid in section board pins. I'm doing really pretty bad here, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I grabbed an old config file that had steps per millimeter or millimeter, or yeah. You know where I'm going there. Board pins. Oh, I got it. I got it. My stupid. I forgot to take the hashtag out from the front of display. Printer is not ready. Printer is ready. Printer ready! Okay, so printer ready. Console. So what we're going to do is we're going to vibrate all the motors. We're going to see what shakes. Oh yeah, that thing telling you the problems? I just wish, see, all it is it's not really parsing problems, it's just applying a set of rules and giving you the results, but it only gives you one result at a time. I'm pretty sure it could probably go through and tell you everything, which would be nice to be able to go in there and fix it all at once. But I'm really happy with the way it works anyway. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Okay, I need to go to my other. Okay, so we need a new file called excel.cfg. And rename that. Okay, what else do we need here? The accelerometer, I just added that so that I can just, like my accelerometer, where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's a Pico, so I can basically just attach it up, plug it in through USB, and uncomment the file, and we can get some input shaper on the done. But first, I need to shake the motors. Okay, so dashboard, mashboard, dashboard, enter. No. Why? It's there. I know it's there. It's up on the other computer. Why does this laptop do this? It's gonna find it. I just have to wait. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Okay, so what do I need? What do I need? Oh, main cell. That's a pretty big forget. Yay! No complaints. Okay, so extruder. Let's make it as hot as this laptop. 70. We have cooling fan. And our extruder, holy crap, are you kidding me? There's no way, is already at 70 degrees. We're gonna have to PID tune that thing. Okay. Let's just go to 60. Really? Well, we're gonna have to change those controller fans. I don't want that thing to be going 100%. That's for sure. Yeah, see, I used to be a networking person. So my network works pretty solid, and it's only this laptop that's a pain in the butt. Okay, so there's a problem. The bed is not heating. Hey, Duff. We're getting there. I got Klipper on the board, and we're just sort of working through the checks. And right now my check is on the print bed because it's not doing what it should. It's not warm at all. But if I hold my hand right underneath the sensor, I can warm it up with my body heat. So let me get proper connectors for this thing. We've been stuck in Klipper or in mainsail all night. It's not a fun place to spend your evening. Let's just start with a simple voltage check. Oh, let's start by shutting this all off. And I didn't have the driver seated properly. So luckily we didn't do any motor stuff. Okay, let's fire it back up. And then we'll check voltages across. Well, I've got to be getting the right voltage on the bed, right? That can't not be a thing. There's 24 volts going into the bed. There's nothing coming out. That's good. There should be nothing coming out. I don't know if I like that. It's all magnety. Okay, so we're gonna go connection failed. What are you talking about? Fine, I'll just go to this one and do it. Because you're just incapable of keeping a connection. So we're gonna go 60. Nothing. Okay, so now this thing is just bad. It's like the computers are literally like I can touch both of them and one of them's fine and the other one just won't connect. It says look at Moonraker log. Why? Why would I do that? I'll just go sit over here and do this. Okay, okay, what am I supposed to do here? I'm kind of confused. Oh no, it's on an SSR. So it's a 120 volt AC bed. Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to look into my printer config, make sure my bed is on the right pins. Which I can't see there because for some reason they... So the bed output is PA1, not PA3. PA3 is the hot end 2. Oh, wait a minute here. Okay, so maybe I have made an error. Oh no, there's no power going to the pins. So, okay. This is what's going on. Right now, I have the bed hooked up to here. Bed out. They say hook the bed up to the hot end connector on PA2. But I have it hooked up to here on PA1 or on PA3. I can hook it up to PA1 and have it on bed out. Is bed out 24 volts? Or should I have it on HE1? And if I did put it on the wrong one, if I put it on there, am I going to explode it? No, it works. Okay, so I didn't explode it, no blue smoke. The light on the SSR is flashing. So we have bed, we have that. I've got the heaters all right. And now we're gonna buzz the motors. So, X. Klipper state shut down. Unable to read TMC UART, stepper X. Unable to read TMC UART, stepper X. UART PC4. What? No. Isn't it all PC11? Okay, UART. Yeah, it is fuse protected. It's probably a better place to keep it. Yeah, it's 24 volt too. Did I wire them correctly? Right, what I'm assuming is my UART pins are not set up correctly for this board. So PG0, that's not right. PF13, PF12, and this says PF4 on CS, so that's right, okay. So when you're saying, did I wire them wrong? Or did I wire them correctly? Depends if you're a cup half empty or cup half full type person, I guess. How would I wire them wrong? Like I basically just plugged them in. So step pin is 13, direction pin is 12, enable pin is 14. That's absolutely right. End stop pin 6, okay, sure. End stop pin 6, it is. End stop pin on 9 is PG, or on Y is PG9. End stop pin PG10. Oh, wait a minute. X, Y. Let's see. PG9. I'm guessing I'm not the first person to run into this. Oh, okay. I'm just unplugging it all. I mean, completely removing power from the system and then putting it back. That's probably what it is. It's probably the wiring harness. Or not the wiring harness, but the pins. Something's not set that I'm used to having set already. Or there's supposed to be pins plugged in across. But we will see. I've restarted. And immediately shuts down. Okay, that's exactly what's going on here. It's a jumper issue. So if we take a look underneath the things, we'll see that I've got all the pins on them. And I shouldn't have all the pins on them. I somehow skipped a step. In my haste to build this over the last 4 weeks, I skipped a step. Now all these are right, but I basically need to pull out almost every single pin on this board. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Drivers out. But yeah, I'm glad it's this simple. Wow. Some of them do not want to come off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, come on. Is this an easier way to do this? Answer? No. Oh yeah, it is. Yay! See, I know this. This is like fresh in my brain from the last time. I just don't know why it just wasn't there when it needed to be. And you know why? I don't know why. Because the picture on the screen. Everything I have has an octopus in it. Well, except for the 0.1. Well, so I guess that's not really everything. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't put an octopus in. Oh, yeah, I'm just lying. That's all that's happening there is I'm just lying. I don't have an octopus in the switch wire either. So, yeah, that's not a thing. If you miss a jumper, it pushes 48 volts to the A and B steppers. Where does it get 48 volts from? Is it doubling the voltage somehow? But actually, that's one thing I was actually thinking of doing, was putting a 48 volt power supply in here. Because the thing with stepper motors is the higher the voltage, the more likely they are to stay on track. Of course, it does cause other problems, but you can do speed benchies better with higher voltages. Damn, it's hot in here. Who made it so hot in here? Lost my printer configuration. There it is. Okay. I'm going to copy that. Refresh. And it shut down again immediately. With the exact same problem. Same X, Y, exactly the same thing. Unable to read TMC UART stepper X register. IFCNT. not seeing anything in the Klipper log with an error. Really? Sorry, I'll be right back. Well, no, I won't. As my config. So, yeah, basically it repeats exactly the same thing in the config file. Failed to init, unable to read UART, stepper X, register IFCNT. Yeah. Transition shutdown state. So after calling stepper buzz X, it basically comes back with exactly that. Really? You have a parcel that has been delivered twice and no one has signed for it. They're becoming a legal claim once the winter, I don't know. It's some scam. So yeah, dumping serial status, dumping queue messages. So yeah, as soon as I basically I've got all the information, unable to read. So again, it's like, okay, power everything off. And wait forever. So I can pull that SD card from there. Put that in the pile of SD cards. Some of them are good. Most of them are bad. Maybe Reddit's a better answer. Oh, it seems that I'm an idiot. But I don't know why yet. Yeah, I don't know. Really? Oh my God. This better not be the case. I will be an unhappy person. It turns out that the motors need a separate power line. Now I do see there's motor power there. But in all the instructions I saw, that was never hooked up, so I didn't. Though the bed one was hooked up, so I did. See where this has led me. It has led me astray. This is probably not ideal. Ah, it's 24 volts, it's fine. So I'm gonna tap right off the power here. Until I can create a proper jumper. This is not to say that what was wrong was not wrong. That was wrong. I don't know if these wires are good enough for permanent use. Well, they're good wires, they're just not thick enough. So like I say, I'll create some proper jumpers afterwards. Let's make sure we're going positive to positive, negative to negative. Yes, we are. So, yeah, I don't think it's the windings though. I think we're fine there. Is diag jumper still on? No, I should have I should have only the one jumper that I need on. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's over on this screen. Insert only the green and remove the other jumpers in red in order to use the 2209 UART mode. Remove all the jumpers to avoid the influence of the TCM 2209 diag on the end stop. Where is that? There's no jumpers there. Yeah, well, that's already done. What is this? Remove the 5-volt USB power supply jumper. No, we're not going to have to worry about that. Insert the VCs. Insert the jumper. Okay. I think we should be in a better condition now. Let's buzz X. Yay! Yeah, the number 2 pin on all the things are all connected. Okay, so X and Y doesn't actually move X and Y, it moves towards the X motor and towards the Y motor. Okay, so that moved front left. That moved front left as well. And it squeaked. Why you squeak? I forgot to grease the things. I haven't greased this things yet. Yeah, that's the picture that I'm actually looking at. It's on been posted to. Okay, so what do I have here for other stepper motors? No. All the triggers, all the probe stuff looks right. Open, 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 triggered. So that's good. Machine, printer. I want. I've got the heater, I've got the extruder, I've got the motor. It's Z1, Z2, Z, Z1, and Z2. Okay, so that's right. Okay, now I'm confused. Z3? It's like... What are you doing? Unknown Z3. Okay. Something's weird. Z. So Z moves front left, which is supposed to. Oh no, these are all, this is all right. I'm good on the XY. What I'm trying to figure out is why is one of my Z's not doing what it's expected of it. So Z1 is the back. Okay, it's right. It's doing it right. Okay. I'm gonna do a home X. And it just went the wrong way. So now I need that diagram. Well, actually, I need to do a home Y first before I know what I need to do with that diagram. Oh, I haven't tried Z on mine yet. Okay, so let's try Y. Okay, Y is going the right way. Y just homed. So if X is going the wrong way, or no. This is easy to fix. Time is it? Wow. Okay. It's definitely time to make another coffee. So we're very close. So now what it's going to do is probably I'm going to need to invert A is probably what's going to happen here. Okay, so we're going to home X. No, you know what? I'm going to, before I activate the motors, I'm going to pull this into the middle. We're going to home X, and it's going the wrong way. $6:15. Oh, you're on the West Coast. Yeah, it's 8:15 here. Definitely time for more coffee. But first, not but first. It's not like, you know, head first, butt first. No. But before that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take the reversal off on the X, and I'm going to take the reversal off on the Y, because I believe that is my best bet. And then I'm going to manually pull it back into the middle, home X, home Y, okay. So now we need to find the pin for Z, but you know what? I am gonna go make coffee. I'm gonna take a 10-minute break, and then I'm gonna come back and do that. Because yeah, it's definitely time. I need some coffee. I'll be back in 10 minutes, probably sooner. I'm excited to get this done. Be right back. Okay. I got some coffee. Actually, it's just crap coffee, but whatever. Not a connoisseur. I'm an addict. So where are we here? We are at the point where I need to configure where the Z is. So that's the wrong direction. That looks about right. That does look right. Wow. Is it at 197, 350? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's 196, 350. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. 197.5, 350. Okay, 197, 350. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to address this issue that we can't get this all on here, on the laptop. I should be able to easily pull it up on here and share it with everybody. I think I'm going to have to come up with a system so that I have it on this screen. This laptop is just way too old. I hate to say. It's had enough. It's like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. Don't ask me to do that. I can't even remember her webpage. I think it's actually because I'm using OBS NDI across, and that's just killing it. Okay, so 197, 350. So we want to go into machine and printer. And I'm going to go down to, well, no, let's not go to printer. Let's go to machine and Klicky variables and change 175, 350 to 197, 350. That's not right. Where is it? Undock configuration? No. We're not there yet. Stepper Z. I can't remember where to set. Probe. Well, okay, we're gonna do something about this fan too. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the 2.4. Go to printer. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna change the case fan setup. Because that's driving me insane right now. So case fan or controller fan becomes case fan 1 and case fan 2. They're on PD12 and PD13, I believe. Yeah, they're on 12 and 13. Save and restart. Okay, we're getting there. We're not really. Okay, so we've got to get that 197 350 in there, and I don't know where to put it. So this is the Z tilt. I'm gonna change the idle timeout from not enough time to heat up the bed to enough time to heat up the bed. I don't know where to set the Z. Okay, back to the instructions. Z end stop location. Really? Say this must be updated, but printer definitions. The following items must be updated before the printer can function. MCU paths, thermistor type, stepper settings, tilt, entry position, Z end stop. I know what to do. I know what to do. We'll search for end stop, right? Or just end. Oh no, end stop. It's in there a million times. So under the Z motor, Z nozzle, no, that's not it. I don't get it. I don't see anything to do with Z end stop position. But I also realize now that this thing doesn't highlight until you click back into here. So it could be anywhere. End stop. We got X end stop, we got Y end stop, Z, rotations distance, end stop pin PG10. Yeah, that's right. Position max, yeah. Minus 2.5, sure. Homing speed 8. Second homing speed 3. Homing retract distance 3. I have no idea where to set this. I'm completely confused. Yeah, but I'm using... I'm using... Let's see here. Maybe it's in the Klicky variables. There it is. We are not using safe end stop, safe Z homing. We're using custom homing or something like that. So this is 197. Oh, yeah. See, I generally, what I do normally is I just come in and go, it's at 50 degrees. Okay, I'll turn it up. And then I just go to the dashboard and I'll go and I'll turn a case fan to 30%. That's totally usable. But I guess I could just default them to 38. Yeah, so because I'm using Klicky and Klicky, okay, where's Klicky Probe? So Klicky Probe should include Klicky macros and Klicky variables. Klicky variables has some G code. There's something that we're using, some setting that we need that we can't use Z-Safe Home. Here, I know how to figure it out. Just uncomment it again and it'll tell us. So Z-Safe Home is commented out right now. I'm uncommenting it. Restart, and it's going to tell me why I commented it out. Cannot be used with homing override. which is right. I think that's exactly right. I just need to know where homing override is. Z save home. Or safe Z home, yeah. I see messages and I see everything here. I just wish I could share my screen and then you would know what I'm saying. The message says you can't use safe Z home. Okay, so I should be good now. I can do an X. I can do a Y. A squeak. I can do a Z. Nice. Nice squeak. Oh. That's what's going on. Yeah. I can't use Z. Yeah, that's all set up for Klippy. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to go and figure out where Klicky is. I'm about the right height. I'm like, should I just add this to my phone right now? So if we go minus 100. Oh, we want to go. Okay, I'm going to see if I can bring this up here. It might be connecting. It connected. Okay. So I need to align that with the front of that. A bit more. That looks like about it. I move it back. No, I'm gonna leave it there. So our Klicky dock is 44,320. Oh yeah, this working again. It's gonna be so much fun. Now I'm gonna go to Klicky variables. I can see that we've already lost our connection. Okay, so that is our dock for Klicky. 44,320. So this is 44. $30 for the X. Okay, so I don't know why there's a 25 on the Z. But I think that's good. I think we should now be able to attach Klicky. Okay. I'll be going to grab the super lube stuff momentarily. God, this thing is such a pain in the butt to use without a mouse. Okay, so attach probe. A probe is attached. Dock probe. Dock is not probed. I mean, probe is not docked. Oh, wait a minute. Dashboard. Yeah, so maybe it's not 44. Maybe it's 42 even. Because I gotta remember, it's not where the head lines up. It might even be 41. It's where Klicky lines up. It's 41. So now back, we're going back into nope, that's not where we're going. Klicky variables. And this 44 should be 41. And now I didn't grease them. We'll have to lower Z through that and see, make sure it picks up the grease. You know, screws are easy to grease. Okay, so probe attached. Probe docked. Probe attached. Z-tilt. Probe detached. Okay. So what happened there? Was that what happened there? Is that this 25? Okay. So I'm going to change that, but I'm also going to go into printer config. Okay, I hope that's it. I hope that's it. Hey, no squeak. Okay, so the question, of course, now becomes, where did this number here come from? But if I attach the probe, we're not there yet. We're above it now. And it just dragged it right across the whole damn thing and right off the back of it. Why? Why is the Z tilt trying to go through the bed? I should put the cover on. Nice. We're not connected anymore. So what is going on? This is not. This has something to do with the. Oh, come on. And this on this laptop is just unbearable. Okay, so probe. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. It's basically just wiping the probe off the bottom of the... Okay, Bert. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a night soon too. It is getting late. Well, not late really, it's 9 o'clock. But my problem is I'm gonna just end up going to eat. And then I'm gonna be right back at this because I can't let this rest. Yeah. Okay, so that's got to be something in the Klicky config. I'm just not seeing. Nothing there. Okay, so variable dock speed, variable release speed, variable Z drop speed. How fast the Z will lower when moving to the Z location to clear the probe. Safe Z, 25. Okay, let's change that to 40. Oh, wait a minute. No, 25 is fine. That's for docking and homing. That worked fine. Minus 128. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm like sitting down here. I'm going to change the variable attached Z to 0. But again, this isn't going to work, is it? The problem here is it's not checking the Z. Oh, come on. It's like trying to do it on a phone, I tell you. Okay, this should be better. If it ever loads. It's bad at this. It's still not done loading. It's still loading. That's better. What? I just don't understand. I'm just going to go look at the Klicky config I already have. Nothing really different. 25, 25, 350, 350. Instead of 197, 350, I've got 230, 350. Because it's a different placement. For X and my X stop. It's on the inside of a rail, not. Where, I don't know. Minus 128. Is that what it's trying to do? That's literally all that's different. Was that number right there. And the 44 on this one I have 40. Or 41 and 40. Wow. Is that really? No. I got 53. I guess I gotta put Klicky in here. Well, at least he didn't fall down by the AC power connectors. This time. Okay, so I'm wondering, how did it get to this level? What does this do? Yeah, I don't know what that does. Probe attaches beautifully. Yeah, it's just going to scrape the thing off it again. I can tell. Yeah. Why? What are you doing? What is wrong with this thing? That's completely ridiculous. And why? The other thing I want to know is, this is really starting to bug me. Why is every screen for Klipper different? Like, for every printer I have, the way the Z layout is set up, it's like they change the defaults every time. And I have to go in and change them. And it's not that they changed them. I'm going back to the way they were when I first started. I don't know. Okay, so what do I need to do here? I don't understand. I don't understand. So Z is at 10 right now. I don't know how that's possible. Oh, because the front. Is that what's going on here? I think I might have figured it out. M18. Lower the front drastically. Home all. Attach probe. Detailed. Yeah, you stupid thing. Yeah. Probe triggered prior to move. No. Oh, fuck. Okay. Probe triggered prior to movement. No, probe triggered because you were moving. So I'm completely baffled here. I don't know what setting they want me to change. I have no clue. There's got to be a setting that will define how far off this stays. Or is the problem here that I got to take the whole head off and move Klicky up, so he doesn't get his face wiped off the face of the earth? This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. I'm doing that right now. I'm not leaving this unfinished tonight. This is going to get done. I don't leave things unfinished. It's sort of jammed under there, isn't it? Okay. I know, I'm not happy about it either. At all. Oh well. It is what it is, and this will be done in 10 minutes. Right? It'll all work. Oh my God. You'd think the flip top would have helped, but it doesn't. It doesn't help in any way. I guess that's why with Stealth Burner they've gone away from it. Oh no, never mind. That's as high as it goes. Okay, that was a waste of time. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. I am completely clueless. I cannot at all understand. Oh, come on. Go in the hole. In the hole? Oh. I can't understand what's going on. I don't see anything that's causing this thing to go actually below the safe distance. Like there is no safe Z, obviously. And the home override is what's taking care of the homing in this printer. And the same with the 2.4. Actually, even with my I've got there's no safe Z homing on, or safe Z home settings on my switch wire either. Everything is done by a homing override. Oh hey, it didn't destroy the switch. That's at least a good thing. Hasn't scraped up the bed yet. I've got a special bed that I bought for this one. I'm not seeing it. Try this. Wow, I'm gonna have to really grease those. That's really annoying. I don't like that squeak. Okay. If this is gonna take this, how is Auto Z Calibrate gonna work? Because I'll be installing that in the next stream. Notice we didn't get any panels installed or anything printed. Why is that? And yeah, just really, now you're gonna scrape the whole, you know, what the? It's just destroyed the bed it came with. And probably the nozzle on the, and it still insists it's at Z10. So yeah, it just jammed the Revo nozzle right into the thing, dragged it across that much of the bed, and then decided that the probe was triggered prior to movement. Why didn't you stop the movement after you jammed the probe into the bed and triggered it, you piece of crap? Yeah, there's just so many things that Klipper that it just doesn't do. Or these printers for that matter. It's once you're into the move, you're into the move. If it has gone wrong, you're a shit out of luck. You did something wrong. Well, yeah, but I have not done anything wrong. And yeah, there we go. The brand new bed that came with the printer has never, ever, ever, ever been printed on. Destroyed. Ugh. I gotta stop. Like if I could do this without the bed on here. Well, you can't because you need the bed on here. Okay, if I could do it, well, there's just no way to do this without possibly destroying everything. And I have no idea what's different this time than the last time, other than the fact that I changed the safe Z from 20 to 35. But of course that to me would say, oh, you're up higher. You should be further away. Let's change that to 50. I'm really gonna, it's gonna tear the magnet off right now, eh? We're gonna end up with big chunks out of this thing. Oh, I'm absolutely disgusted. That's $40. It's now garbage. Well, no, it's not complete garbage. It's only the corner. But what is going on here? Where's Klicky? Let's put Klicky back in his house. So I've done that and I've restarted. I'll firmware restart again just to be sure. So there we go. Now it went down 50. It went down 50. Look at it. It's 50. And it's 50. It's 50 again. How is that 50? Okay, it's 50. I'm not risking it this time. I'm scrolling. I'm pulling the front down. If it can fix it, it can fix it. If it can't, well, we're gonna have to take this up with it another day. Obviously 50 is unmanageable. That means it rolls it down 50 every time it goes to home. Okay, that concerns me. I don't know what it did there. Okay. And it does the same thing again. And it's already ruined it. It's already jammed it so hard into the thing. All the magnets are pushed into it. Oh, that's not what's happened. Never mind. It's just dumb. Somehow it's thought it's done a full movement. Somehow it thinks it did a full movement. No trigger after full movement. It didn't do a full movement. No trigger after full movement. You've got to be kidding me. It oh my God. Like, it's seriously. It's okay, I give up for the night. I can't. I've been doing this for 4 hours at this point, and it's all been Klipper configuration. So it's getting kind of infuriating, and I really need to stop. So I'm gonna leave this here for the night, and I'm gonna come back and dig into this again tomorrow, or maybe after I get some cheap fast food. Which is probably gonna be the case, but this is absolutely infuriating. This is not doing what one would expect at all. Why would you dive the probe into the bed in an angle? Like, it's literally raising the bed into the probe as it's moving across to go into the thing, and it's doing it through the safe Z. And I don't understand why it would do that. It's very confusing, and it's doing this. The fact that it's doing that makes it obvious it's going to screw something up. And I think it has something to do with the Z tilt. There's got to be something in it to configure Z tilt. But you would think Z tilt would use But how does this thing even know to use Z-tilt? Z-tilt. Positions. Points. Horizontal Z. Tolerance. Nothing is wrong there. Everything makes sense. Okay, like I said, I gotta go. I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow. Instead of stressing myself out on it, we're just gonna leave it and pick it up tomorrow. I've already destroyed the bed. Not happy about that, but whatever. It's a textured bed. I've got a million of them. I don't use textured beds. I prefer PEI sheets. They don't last as long, but they sure make a nicer finish for when you're printing things. Unless you want a textured finish, which that I use textured sheets for. Sorry, I'm done babbling. I'm gonna leave this here. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the support for those who were here. And I will be back. I will be back. It will be a print stream tomorrow, I tell you. A print stream. We'll see you then.